Hello, Day Spring Dreamers. I'm back with another mukbang, and I'm just curious, can transgender eat a T-bone steak? And it's like T-girl, T-bone, all good puns, but I digress. I'm not even going to try to make them. Y'all can make them in the comments. I'm just impressed with myself, quite frankly. Maybe I'll make them later. I'm not crazy, I'm not unhinged. Stick with me. Sorry. I just want to show you the T-bone steak because I cooked this just now and it's still really smoky at my friend's place because I cooked it at their place and it's their T-bone steak, but they gave it to me. They got it from the food pantry and they were just giving out meat left and right there, and now this is what I got because they didn't want it. And I'm gonna look at this. Is this good? Is this healthy to eat? I don't really know. I just know what the YouTube told me to do, and I do worse things to myself on a daily basis, I'm pretty sure. That's quite good. That shut me the fuck up. Damn. I will say, like, I'm trying to get out of Texas, but I still got a little Texan in me. Longtime viewers know whenever I start talking like my mama. But I've been trying out new accents, especially whenever I was in Chicago. I held conversations for days with people with these accents, and they didn't know that it wasn't my actual voice. I was like a secret agent. I was talking in my Roxy Rose persona voice. Is this healthy? Is this good to eat? What? This can't be right. Every time I try to eat steak, I cut into it, and I see that it's like red and bloody, and I'm like, no, this just can't be right. But you know what? The question remains. Can a transgender cook and eat a steak? A T-bone steak? Bite 2. It's suspenseful. Chicago was fun. It was great. It was everything I needed. I've been so doom and gloom. I've been such a negative Nancy. But I'll tell you what. Chicago purified my spirit and my soul. While on the plane, I was like, I can still see the buildings. I can still see the light. This is as high as it goes. Fucking scam. I just got scammed. Also, I saw the last, the most recent 3 episodes of Euphoria. And I gotta say, how come everyone's talking about God, America, and like fucking cowboys, and like Jules, the trans character, is a hooker now? Was this like written like right after the 2024 election thing? It's almost like Euphoria is based on an Israeli show or something. I know that would be crazy, but it's almost like that. The Sam Levinson, or whatever your name is, I think that you're a trans woman. I headcanon you as a trans woman in my head. That way I'm not as offended by you. But I will say, what are you even doing there, man? What are you even doing there, man? Like cowboys versus Indians. It's the civilized versus the savage. Like, we're seriously doing that? I'm not even gonna fucking touch on that. This ain't a video essay. This is a bitch eating a fucking T-bone steak, having the time of maybe her life. Maybe this is her fattening herself up before she goes to slaughter, lamb to slaughter. I asked my friends, I said, hey, what do you think my persona would be? They said, sacrificial lamb to the slaughterhouse. And that made me feel good. That made me feel really good in ways I still don't fully understand. And it wasn't like Is this okay to eat? Surely not. Can I back down now? Can I back down now? I will say, Dayspring Dreamers, I may have some bad news for you. So you know how I haven't been making music and stuff really that much? Like, I did that one time for that one song, and I had that crazy adventure to go do it. Found in the video Eliza versus Beelzebub. But, really, I don't know. My space has been so inconsistent, and I've just been going around and around and around like a stray cat for the last 9 months, being homeless and a transsexual addicted to drugs, and making these dumbass videos, and just trying to get to Chicago, and trying to make my Dayspring album. And it hasn't been going that great. And I do, unfortunately, have to make some moves. I have to make some moves. And I didn't want to say this, really, but I have started a Blue Sky and stuff of the sort to sell promotional images. And does this make me happy? Well, it's hard to say, because money makes me happy, and validation makes me happy, and the sense of security, safety, and the possibility of structure, which might enable me to pursue my artistic whims, excites me quite a bit. And this isn't anything that I'm like some poor innocent getting into it. Viewers of the channel know my like history before I started the channel, but I don't know, it kind of stresses me out, and it's kind of really scary, and I don't think I'm gonna make any money off of it really in the end. But I don't know, I'm hesitant to talk about it even, because I'm not trying to promote it on this. That's not what I want to do with this YouTube channel. I want them to be separate entities. I even have different character names for them, because I don't know, as OS ID or something. But anyways, I'm just sharing this because I want to be authentic. That's what I always try to do, is be authentic. That's why I ugly cry in front of you. That's why I get ugly in front of you and without makeup, like what I'm doing right now. I feel like my head is buzzing, and I don't know if it's the nicotine withdrawal or if I'm dying because of this. T-bone steak. Oh, but would you look at that T-bone steak? Would you look at that T-bone steak? Still more to go. Still more to go. There was this competition that someone was telling me about from Houston. They were from Houston, and it was like this huge CC's pizza, a huge CC's pizza as far as the eye can see, and you and a teammate can come in, and if you eat it all, you get like $500 fucking dollars. And you got to pay $50 to enter. So I was thinking, how do we hack this? Oh, it needs minimum 2 toppings. Okay, we're doing green onions or fucking green pepper and onions. Green onions, I don't think they'd have at CC's, unfortunately. But and I was coming up with plans like, oh, what drink? Oh, there's a mandatory drink you have to do. And I was like, okay, easy. Fucking unsweet tea. Use it to eat the crust as like a liquid. And it's like it's essentially water. The carbonation's what's gonna fuck you up in the end. It's gonna fuck you up in the end, and it's dehydrating. But I thought I could do it. I had a teammate in mind. I went on my little flip phone, and I just went on my computer, looked down the list of all the CC's pizzas in Dallas. I called every single one of them. None of them are doing the thing, the pizza deal, where you get $500. None of them are doing it. And so this fucking scheme fell apart. And now here I am doing this mukbang expertly, and just feeling, I really could have used that. I really could have used the money, because you know what? I'm doing fucking OnlyFans, you know. But I tried to sell my record player. I already sold all my records to pursue my dream. My friend dropped me off at the record store where I went to sell the record player. And I went up to the front, was asking the guy about it, and this like tech guy comes in with a way put on hippie kind of accent, which I was like, using my T-girl powers, I was like, okay, you know, I can't kill John Lennon. I know that I can honor the feeling that I want to, but know that it won't happen. And then I was talking with him, and I went to the back, went around looking at poetry and stuff, looking at books, looking at records and stuff. And then he called me around and was like, I just can't get this record player to work. And I went back there and I'm like, let me take a crack at it. And all the wires were mixed up, dude. All the wires were mixed up. I didn't know I had to say put the red wire to the red wire, or make the red wire, if it starts at the red wire, go to the red wire area. If you're going to do anything, at least do that. You're going to switch it up, left, right, everywhere. Back, forth, every which way. But he was just totally fucking around. But I went back and tried to fix it, but it didn't work. And I kept trying to do it. I'm like, give me a different record. Yours is dusty. And then he did. And but then I was like, I couldn't get it to work. I'm like, it never does this. You'll never believe me. It never does this. And then I'm like, at the last minute, I'm like, because he's like trying to shoo me along. He's about to give me the boot. And I take a look at the back. I'm like, oh, it's like this phantom bypass shit. I'm gonna press that to see if it works. He's like, I was already messing with that earlier. And then I just pressed it. And I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if this works right now? I put it down and some boring ass 80s like hero music goes on, and I just walk away feeling like a fucking badass. And then I wait for a while and he's like, so I can give you $30. Don't want any of this shit other than the tape deck, which we are gonna buy for $30 and then sell for $60. Which he said to me. I'm like, crazy fucking margin. I will just, if people will buy it for $60, why would I not just try to sell it for $60 independently? Or like at least do like $40. You know, I could still get over $30. Like, I know that there's your margin and stuff, but like, what does that say for me? What does that mean for me? But you're gonna talk, you know, paternalistically towards me, and you're gonna talk paternalistically towards me, and make me feel like a jackass, make me feel like a little fool, you know, when it's a bad price for me, bad decision for me, and you're the one who didn't fucking plug any of this shit in right, and you're supposedly the tech guy. I had to come in and fix it for you. And it's like red wire to red wire level shit. And he's just like, oh, unfortunately, I can't do that. No, I really don't like to argue. And then he's like, I could do the tape or the turntable, and I could give you like $70. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? And then I'm just saying, like, you're rude as hell. You're rude as hell. And you know what? Maybe even a little bit fucking misogynistic. And he's like, if you're accusing me of that, I'm gonna get my manager and we'll talk about that right now. I'm like, whoa. And then, like, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave and I'm gonna sell this on the Facebook Marketplace. And then he's like, well, good riddance to you, bitch. And then I'm trying to coordinate a ride and stuff. And because I don't drive, add that onto your list of reasons to disqualify me as a serious person. But you know what? I demand to be taken unseriously. I'm not a serious person, nor do I have any desire to be so. I like doing my shit and just, I don't know. I just like doing my shit. I would literally be the perfect wife. But regardless, I'm still waiting in the record store. And like, I'm about to go to Chicago. I feel like I need this money. And I'm like, the world doesn't know what I have to do. The world doesn't know what I have to do. That's way, way hidden in the back of my psychology at this point. I'm just thinking, was I being unfair there? No, yeah, he wasn't. Maybe he was a misogynist. You know what? Actually, maybe he just fucking was a misogynist. And then I go and I try to go over to like where the employees are, and I'm like, hey, can I talk to so and so, the tech guy? And they're like, oh yeah, well, we can page him. They page him. I'm sitting right there ready to talk. He comes by, sees me, and starts working the shelves, and I'm like, or like working the like checkout and stuff, just or doing shit, whatever, just trying to find busy work, trying to ignore me. And then I'm standing next to this guy, and I'm like, oh, you know what, whatever. And he's like, no, tell me. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to put this random guy on blast in front of you, like, with you, it's a coworker and stuff, it's none of my business, and, it's like, well, I'm the manager, I'm one of the managers, so it is kind of my business. So then I go on and I say, well, you know what, I think he's a misogynist. I think he was acting a little bit misogynistically towards me. So they listen to me, they hear me out, and I say at the end, regardless of whether or not the price was fair or anything, I feel, because they let me monologue, I feel as though how I was treated during it and after showed a level of disrespect towards me. And I think it was trans misogyny. And, it was the fact that the guy was being so condescending, so tech music bro, got it wrong, and then was still trying to fucking lowball me with the crazy offers. I felt like it was misogynistic. And whether or not that was his intent, that's how it came off to me. And I think that in this moment, what I really just want from that is like a level of acknowledgement that I'm not crazy, that how I perceive the world based on my experiences, based on, how I have to move around, is valid. It is valid, and it is. It is. And I know it is because 50-year-old men on websites tell me it is. So it's gotta be. I wasn't gonna say anything because I was like, I know this is the person who does like the indie music that you, like the indie physical media that's around town. He's the person who, buys those records and puts them in the stores. I really don't want to piss this person off. And then I was thinking, what the fuck am I doing? I'm abandoning myself because of what? For why? For why? For marginal gains at a regional bookstore? Like, I have put in a lot of my blood, sweat, and I'm really kind of tired of the local scene. I kind of want to destroy it single-handedly, and I have been a destructive force. Don't get me wrong, but I still feel just a level of hatred and spite all the time towards it. And it's crazy because I love it so much at the same time. I have a very toxic relationship with it. I'm just over it, really. I'm just over it. I know I'm going to look back fondly whenever I'm older, but I can't help but feel like it's all kind of really shitty and gone to shit in ways I couldn't even imagine possible. And that's how everyone in the scene feels, I guess. Maybe that's just part of how we do things in Denton, is our level of fucking doomerism and squalor. But I don't know. I just want to get out of Texas. I really just want to get out of Texas and make it to probably Chicago. And I don't know. I want to, if I'm always living like I'm going to be staying, but I'm always just going to stay. I want to live like I'm moving. Why, dear viewer, would I be self-abandoning so that I could have an end to a scene that I'm going to be leaving because I can't stay here because of genocide? At least I feel like I can't stay here, you know? I feel like I personally am in danger. And gotta get the fuck out as soon as I possibly can. And so why would I be self-abandoning for, you know, this issue? For a hipster? For a scene I'm not even gonna be in probably in the next year? And so I allowed myself to become the Karen that I've always meant to be. And dear viewer, can you imagine me as a Karen? Can you imagine the level of annoyance that I can cause with my rhetorical abilities fully intact? If I ever get to that point, that would be great. I want to get sober. I think I need to get sober. I don't really know how. And I don't want to be sober forever. But for now, it would probably be good. And I don't know. It just comes up with so much other bullshit that's pretty hard to deal with emotionally sometimes. But I want to get sober. I don't want to be homeless. And I want to be a star. I want to be a star. I have a dream, YouTube. I have a dream. But you know what? I've taken my fate and everything, like, at every juncture in my life with a remarkably good attitude. Like, that's a quality of mine. No matter how hard people may try, and I may try, to destroy my life, I always end up, despite my best efforts, having a pretty damn good time. And, you know, it's been 9 months. It's been chill as fuck. Just been chilling with my friends, couch surfing. And it makes me feel really cool, because, like, to couch surf for this long, you know, I must be pretty good conversation. Which I definitely feel like I'm not. You know, most of the time in conversation, I'm just like, yeah. Or I just repeat what someone says like a fucking idiot. And now here I am talking in front of a camera, just talking about my crazy, wild, bizarre stories. And, which I'm no doubt gonna regret. You know, why even open up my mouth? Why even be alive? Why even fucking breathe? Oh, it fucking sucks. Just to work and then get killed. That can't be it. No, I gotta make my own meaning. And then I gotta do the Dayspring Dream. And then wait, this isn't the ultimate meaning of reality? Oh, I guess I was crazy. I knew that from the start, bitch. I knew I was crazy from the fucking start. So, yes, maybe it was psychosis. But also, do I care? No. Am I gonna do it again? I'm already doing it now. So, if you... I need to take a 5-minute break. So I'm almost done with this T-bone steak. I'm just doing the victory laps, I guess. It really does stress me out how bloody it is. I'm like, that shouldn't be allowed, you know what I mean? If I get sick and die from this, someone's gotta edit this footage, because it's too good. Isn't that gnarly? Doesn't that look like a fallen angel or something? Do I have to clean this up? Like, totally, for it to be considered a win? What's the victory condition here? Do y'all think they'll ever find love? Because, like, I don't know. And I honestly don't know if I want to. Like, not even, like, love of, like another person. Like, love of, like, self or, like, of anything. I'm just, like, sick and twisted. You know, I'm kind of like the Joker from the movie Joker. But, like, that's literally all it is. All I want to do is joke around all day. It's crazy. That's a joke, of course. I know I'm a sweetheart. I know I have a lot to offer. 1. Okay, I'm counting this as a win. Remember how it started? I have to get all that fat. You know how... This was a food pantry steak, okay? It's hard to get the fat off of it. It was frozen like forever. This was its expiration date today. I'm not going in more like that. I could still keep eating. But it's just like really, it's hard to get off of the bone. So can a T-girl finish our T-bone steak? Yes. Or maybe she ended at the finish line. Like right at the finish line and then just stopped. No, I gotta keep going.